We are very pleased to welcome angels now. So we talked this morning about the very critical, key role that angels play for funding startups in any ecosystem. We are very pleased today to welcome angels from Quebec, Canada, Europe, and United States. And I would introduce the moderator, a very experienced person in the investment for 15, 20 years now. So Mr. Bernard Blouin from Miller Thomson. So Mr. Blouin.
So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Bernard Blouin, exactly, from Miller Thomson, national law firm. Very pleased to be with this great panel here. Had a chance to speak a little with them prior to this session, and I can tell you they're as well very experienced, have a lot of insight, and I think we'll all enjoy their comments. The topic today is a bit slightly different than usual. It's an angel investment, but from an international perspective. So I think from there, what we've seen recently, as you know, there's been a lot of the angels used to be very much people, individuals that would invest, take a chance with a company. And we've seen groups structure themselves, be a lot more sophisticated in their way of doing business and looking at investment. So without further ado, I'll introduce you briefly to our panel and let themselves give you a little bit of a sales pitch on who they are and how they distinguish themselves. So to my immediate left is George Simmons from LaunchPad Ventures from Boston. I have Kerry Rupp from DreamIT Ventures, Philadelphia. Phil Cooper from Boston Harbour Angels. Matey Nedkov from Maple Leaf Angels, Toronto. And Carolyn Summers from Band of Scoundrels in Ottawa. So I'll have George present his group first.
My name's George Simmons. I'm from LaunchPad Ventures in Boston. We're one of the larger angel groups in Boston. Just to give you a perspective and a little definition, LaunchPad, we normally invest between $400,000 and $800,000 in an individual deal. If the company requires more for that particular round, we will go out and co-invest with other angel groups like Phil Cooper's group or possibly an early stage venture group. We probably, per deal, would max out, even if we co-invested, to about $1 million. I've been in the tech space for 30 years. I've been an operating person. I've been a CFO. I've been a president of numerous technology companies. And now I do this angel investing and have a lot of fun doing it.
Hi, I'm Kerry Rupp with DreamIT Ventures. How many of you are familiar with the concept of an accelerator? Okay, so it looks like about half the room. So DreamIT's actually a little bit of a different animal in the early stage space. So we're not technically an angel investor, but we do pre-seed and seed investments. We run a 3-month accelerator program where we bring in 15 early stage startups at a time. We give them a little bit of capital. It tends to be between $20,000 and $25,000. But mostly we're giving coaching, mentorship, donated legal and accounting services, shared office space, a community of entrepreneurs, speaker series, and things like that. The program culminates in a demo day where the companies then pitch to a room full of angels and early stage VCs, but they're actually meeting them and building up a relationship with them over the course of 3 months. We do take a small equity stake of 6% in return for the program that we put together. And we run the program in Philadelphia, New York, and in Tel Aviv. But we get companies from all over the world. So while the programs are located there, we often get companies from around the world. So we connect a lot with the angel community and the early stage VC community, but also play a role in seeding some of those deals when they're at their very beginning stages.
Hi, I'm Phil Cooper. I am a graduate of the University of Toronto, now resident in Boston. I went there to do my PhD in finance and economics, taught at the University of Chicago Graduate School of Business for 4 years, and I finally said enough of this. I am an entrepreneur through and through. I'm, in fact, an unrecovered entrepreneur. I've been looking around for a 12-step program to find something to do. So I'm an angel investor. I gave up my last day job, gig 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, and I am as busy as ever. This retirement stuff is very tiring. I've been CEO of a number of tech ventures and also senior corporate executive of companies where I've had responsibility for well over 100 million in revenue and 1,000 employees. It's not fun. I heard that this morning. And so I went back to my entrepreneurial roots. Last time was, I think, in the 1988. And I've done a number of gigs since then, including my last corporate gig, which was really a smaller company by comparison. I also did a turnaround in a Toronto company called New Star Technologies, which had lost $9 million on $35 million in revenue in its previous fiscal year. And I had the job of making it break even within 8 months by the end of its fiscal year, which was very important for the venture firm that had invested in it, that was over-invested in it, to make that happen. I'm in Boston Harbour Angels. We have about 60 angel investors, and we're very active. We're about the same size as LaunchPad in terms of, the investment range. We are looking at eSite. You heard that. I'm here for a lot of reasons, such as A, I'm a Canadian and you can't take that out of me, and B, there's talent here and non-dilutive capital that we don't have. We'd have a shortage of software engineers in the Boston metropolitan area because of companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM moving in and mopping them up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matey Nedkov, and I live now in Toronto. Et j'aimerais dire bonjour à tous nos amis du Québec. That's right. This is an English session. That's right. She'll go back to English, right? My usual humor is that I say that everybody's bilingual in Toronto, and. So, in essence, I am the chairman of the Capital Innovation for Ontario, as Martin and his group kindly asked me to participate, and we came off a very eventful event, actually, at the Trump Tower. I'm with Maple Leaf Angels I was one of the founding directors, and we'll talk about Maple Leaf Angels in terms of some of our activities here. I'm director of the NACO, which is a national angel capital organization. Angel groups in Canada participate in this as members with this national platform, and it allows them to interconnect throughout Canada. And for my real job, I'm president of ICE, which stands for International Corporate Expansion. And I take companies from North America and bring them to Europe, and vice versa, bringing companies from Europe to North America. And in terms of an investor, what that means is that we thought first of our own investments, and then we thought of obviously others who have investments. Usually a company coming from North America going to Europe has a value, a bump up in terms of its value of 30%. Vice versa, companies coming from Europe establishing themselves in North America before they really truly get their sales, the value very often goes up by 70%. So it's a point of interest. So that's basically what I have to say for now.
I'm Carolyn Summers, and I'm from Ottawa. And I actually am an entrepreneur, and I'd say a serial angel, because I've been doing angel as an individual, angel as a group, and now we're building a network of angels in Ottawa under the Capital Angel Network. So in terms of entrepreneur, I started in high tech in Ottawa with a big company, Nortel, went to Newbridge, and then got convinced that I really should be doing a startup, and did a startup on voice over IP, was a co-founder at a company called Vienna Systems. We were sold to Nokia, and from that point on, I've been helping out entrepreneurs in terms of coaching them and building successful companies in Ottawa, as well as doing angel investing. So as I say, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Maybe that makes me foolish because I've been doing it for a long, long, long time. But it's been very rewarding to see some of these companies grow and move on to be better and bigger than they were before, and to see the impact that they have in the community. One of the, as I said, I started as an individual angel, and then I'm in a group called the Band of Scoundrels, which was an angel fund. We were probably one of the first within Canada, for sure. Started not too long after some of the similar ones in California. And we put together a fund. We invested that fund up till 2005. We still exist, but that's just because we still got a couple of companies out there. We have a positive return, which is a very good thing for an angel group at this point in time, because a lot of them don't. And then what I've been doing recently in the last couple of years, I'm chair of the Capital Angel Network in Ottawa, and what we're trying to do is bring the angels back out of the closet, because the angel community in Ottawa was very vibrant in the 90s, started to kind of go down a bit in the early 2000s, and come 2005, I think everyone's just hiding. But there's still money in Ottawa, and there's still people doing deals in Ottawa, and we want to get them re-engaged. So that's what we're doing. Thanks.